Oh, crud. Okay, there we go. I think I'm back. I'm not sure if anybody actually saw me streaming, because I have no idea what happened. Uh, I thought I was streaming for the last 5 minutes, and apparently I wasn't. So, I'm gonna do a quick check to make sure everything's good on the back end right now. Because okay, that looks great. Not my hair, but everything else looks great. All right, we're here. I had been streaming to a empty room for the last couple of minutes. So, let's hope this is working right. All right. Is it working right? Please let this be working right. Okay. Is it on? Am I good? Are people here? Can I be heard? Uh, please. What is going on with my headset? All right. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was apparently streaming for the last, I guess, 5, 8 minutes, and it wasn't recording anything. So, uh, anything with no feedback will immediately get me panicked. So I'm the Headless Headhunter. I'm here to help y'all get jobs. So far we've got 3 people that wanted their resumes here. If anybody else needs their resume and you need the form for it, all you got to do is ask. Uh, I'm just gonna put their names in chat right now because everything is going wonky. The resume is up for review right now. If you're in chat, let me know. All right. Hopefully that works. Uh, customize. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That should be working now. Wow. I hate when this thing breaks and I don't know because there's no feedback. And does it work? So while I'm waiting for those, um, let me see if there's any interesting questions here. And I think I'm closing in on being done with the first part of the how to write a resume template, at least the keywords. So this is what we're gonna go with right now. And let's see. Now I need to make it look like trash. So this seems good. I do know Live and Let Live wanted to know what between a good and bad job description. And I'm not sure how to show that without a bunch of different random postings from job descriptions, but I do want that to be there at some point. But I like this so far. Uh, all right. Finally, some job descriptions don't give keywords. I feel like that might make sense. They don't give keywords, but I can do more. So let's do the most exciting thing of making a spreadsheet. Not a spreadsheet, a PowerPoint. But how is everybody's job search going? And if you are of the people above, let me know. I'd love to do your resume. So I know I was having some technical difficulties, but everything is going a little wonky on my end, so I want to make sure things are good. If you are my name resume, Pingaboat, or Naturally Jake, let me know. Your resumes are the ones up for review right now. So, in addition, there is also Mad Hergutax. Mad Herguptax, I think. I'm probably not right saying that right. And Regular Dude 00 along with Gasp like Arthur. I love usernames. Update my resume, got an email back from employer. You know, so the rule for this is remember, even with a good resume, it's still going to be tough to get a job. My goal is to increase your chances of getting a job. Anybody that can guarantee you a job is the hiring manager. So if you are going from 0 to 2 interviews or 0 feedback to some feedback, that is an improvement. And my goal is to improve your situation as I look around my desk. So that no one can promise you 100% going to get a job unless they control that job. But the fact that you're getting some responses is better. That means we're on a better track. So, yeah, it's more than I've. Yeah, that is it. Also, remember its volume. Last stream, I think it was Thursday. This is Tuesday. Realistically, there's only been about 1 day, 1.5 days of work. So there's a chance that the people that you've submitted that to haven't even gotten to look at your resume yet, because that's really only 2 business days, if that. And honestly, Mondays can be kind of slow in recruiting. So I do know a lot of other recruiters typically use Mondays or Fridays as a like paperwork catch up kind of day. So, sorry, throat. My allergies are murdering me right now. All right. Ba, ba, ba. Let's see. Error. I have an interview on a company in Harvick. Yes! Woo! I'm glad. I am very, very glad. So, that is it. Progress. Slow but steady is... Searching for a job is a marathon. It is not a race unless you get lucky. Sorry, a marathon, not a sprint. Both are technically races. So, let's see. Okay, so this is formatting right. I kind of like this formatting. This is a super interesting one where I do formatting until people come back. It's supposed to have like a ton of people that was supposed to show up and ask for their resumes, but I'm gonna give them at least about like 30 minutes before I just do the review, because they did confirm that I can do the quick review. No idea how to send it to them though, but that's a problem for later. All right, this is fine. Keywords, dropping you, and then what is this gonna look like? There's a slideshow feature, presenter view. Nope, that's. Let's move this over here. All right, what is a job family? Let's do this. So, keywords are stopping you from getting a job. Part 1 of your resume sucks by the Headless Headhunter. Keywords, what the bleep are they? And why do I need them? Rubber Duck says, I'll send an updated one for you. You're still streaming after I eat dinner. That's fair. Probably going to do the normal 2 hours tonight. As I said, my allergies are murdering me right now, so we'll see how long I can go with the headache. So, I'm not knowledgeable in the fields you're presenting for. I know this because I am one. I'm throwing myself under the bus. Job. Oh, God, that was way too quick. Okay. Let's see. Keywords are that if your resume is missing those phrases, you will not get an interview. Recruiters will not know your value without them. Doesn't matter if you're the best rock star on the planet. Without keywords, recruiters will ignore your resume. Okay. What a job family is and why you need it. That's too big of a jump, actually. So I don't like that. That jump is too big. Whoops. Let's do that. All right. How did we get back? Okay, so let me actually keyword it to what a job family is. Best on planet. When a recruiter gets a new job, they meet with the hiring manager and get a list of phrases. So those phrases the hiring manager gives the recruiter are the keywords. Keywords are job family specific and are your key on to getting a new job. New job? A new job. All right. So this should be here. Keywords are job family specific. More on that later. And are your key to... I don't need to say that. So if your resume is missing those phrases, you will not get a job interview. All right, there we go. That is better. So, what is a job family, and what do you need it? A job family is a family shares the same qualification as duty. Is it jobs? Those are keywords. Or jobs. Do I need to go into that? You know what? I think I can do this. Keywords. Keywords are job family specific. So before you find the keywords, you have to find the job family. This makes sense. This. Okay. Yeah, doing this live is weird. When a recruiter gets a new job, feel they're recruiting for. Okay. And we use keywords to find candidates. Here's how. Here is how we do that. All right. So, here's how we do that. Recruiter gets a new job. They meet with. Okay, so recruiter gets a new job to work on. They meet with the hire and retooling work. When a recruiter gets a new job, hire and get a list of phrases to search for. Recruiters. I am going to reframe how this works. I don't like this slide. I do not like this slide at all. So, to understand what a keyword is, you need to understand recruiters. Recruiters are good at, people are not going to like me say recruiters are good at anything. Recruiters are not knowledgeable in the industry. I feel like that's too negative because it's not exactly incorrect, but understand what a keyword is. Blah, 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 blah. Brain not work. Understand recruiters. I have made the other point of what they are. So I think recruiters are very knowledgeable about recruiting. That's too aggro. What is a keyword? I mean, it's just a phrases. Recruiters or talent advisors work a variety of roles. Because I know what I'm going for here. I need to explain. You're looking at a man losing his mind trying to write a PowerPoint. I've written many very great a lot of very good PowerPoints, and no one has seen the process because this is the part where I look like a crazy madman. Recruiters are sometimes working a variety of roles. I'm aware of the family. People are not aware of what the recruiter does. But that's too deep for this slide, so we need to do what a keyword is. Keywords. Keywords are okay. Recruiters work on multiple positions at once. Yeah. Recruiters are not knowledgeable if they're recruiting for. To understand why keywords are important, you need to understand how recruiters recruit. Recruiters work an average of 35 to 75 open positions, internal. I don't want to start throwing that because that's technically not true because agency recruiters do not do that. I don't like lying, but I also understand that giving too much information would be largely not good as well. So, positions in a variety of industries. So, fruits. To give an example, when I was working at, how did they do the redacted? That button, company redacted. No, stop opening JavaScript. Don't need to see the UI elements. There we go. At company redacted. I had an average of 35 open positions every month. Those positions were in the following industries. We're in multiple not industries, fields, multiple fields such as information technology, IT, management, oleonucleotide scientists. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to spell oleonucleotide scientists. I love saying that when I was at Agilent. I think that was really great. There it is. Oleonucleotide. Was it a scientist? It was close enough to be a scientist position. Oleonucleotide scientist. C, and there was lab assistants. It's like a lab tech. Lab tech. See, IT management, sales, and more than I can remember. All right. Now, is this actually going to make sense? That makes sense. It's going to show up right. All right. But I think this story is better. Remember. Okay. So. Ample. All right. So yeah, this slide, I'm going to do another slide, which I'm just going to duplicate. And then I can do this, which is going to be gone. Ha ha ha. There goes all my hard work. Recruiters recruit. Nope. Too small. Nope. Looks terrible. All right. Recruit. All right. So, and more than I can remember. Now you may be wondering, Lee, how the hell did you keep track? Not keep. How did you? The hell were you able to be an expert in all of those fields? And the answer to that is on the next slide. Delete. And that's just gonna be. I wasn't. Let me reverse this. The answer to how I was able to be an expert in all those fields are on the next slide. I was able to be an expert in all those fields. So yeah, those were all positions I have placed. People at. No, oh, I feel like I'm so close to this one. I am so close. To understand why keywords are important, you know, how recruiters recruit. To give an example of how I recruited, when I was working at Company Redacted, I had an average of 35 open positions every month. Somebody is calling me. There we go. All right. It is Tuesday, right? My brain's not. Yeah, okay, cool. Alrighty. So, and more than I can remember. And a ton more. And more. The answer to how I was able to be an expert in all those fields, how I was able to place people by being an expert. The answer to how I was able to place people, able to fill those roles by being an expert in all those fields, My buddy's having a party next Saturday, and I thought it was this past Saturday. Showed up, was like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" Yeah, that happens. I it's weird sometimes. Like, unless you have a specific thing on a day, you will not remember the day. Like, it's shocking how not having a place to be breaks your time management in half. Uh, all right, you know what? Let me do this instead. Uh, wow. How were you able to be an expert? Doesn't make sense. I need a resume to review to refresh my brain. PowerPoints are broken. Breaking me. Um, let's see. I recruited when I was working at Company Redacted every month. Those positions running through the field. Um, the answer to how I was able to be an industry expert in IT, science, management, and sales is on the next slide. Boom. I wasn't an expert in any of those fields. Nope, break. And that's the I even like this is not even I told managers like some of the first things I told them when I was at Agilent was like, look, I'm not an expert in oligonucleotide scientists. I filled multiple there were other scientists, but I did fill some oligonucleotide scientist roles, and that was the first time I've ever done it. Like a recruiter is good at recruiting. They're not good at those roles. Otherwise, they would be hired for those roles. Field, but I still did I break records at that particular hiring? I think I did. It's hard to tell, but I did pretty well on the tough to fill ones. And then you have to ask about like when you're breaking records, it's highly specific. Like, is it per volume you're doing it, or is it going to be per that particular area, which is what I did break in? Because I there was a particularly tough place to fill, which I was able to fill those. But per volume, some other people were doing way more, which is hard to tell. Uh, ill placed those candidates and got them hired. The secret to how I did that is keywords. Secret to how I did that and other recruiters do that is keywords. Um, no recruiter is an expert in the field they are recruiting for. I'm gonna say job. I think that's a better one. Is they're not an expert in the job because they could be experts in the field and know a lot of industry knowledge, even if they're not doing expert. In no recruiter is an expert in the job they are recruiting for. Um, now, this is how we do the how we recruit, how we yeah, I think this is how we recruit. This is how myself and other recruiters do that. Recruiters recruit without knowing the job. Not knowing the job. You do need to know the job. Without knowing the intricacies of the job. Is that the right word? Intricacies? Without being without being expert in the job they are recruiting for. Recruiting for no recruiters and experts are recruiting for. Uh, we use keywords to hire people. Yeah, I mean that's since we are not experts, we feel. Should I? Does which would be better? Because I understand now that y'all have been in the chat, you can kind of understand this more than the lay person. But would it make more sense to say we are not experts in the field or the job we recruit for? I feel like job because there is definitely recruiters who specialize in certain industries. But even then, that's sort of more like extra credit in my mind, rather than necessarily, um, you know, points. So not experts in expert in what we are. Jobs, you'll know something about the field. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, because we do know stuff about the field. Actually, quite a bit. Recruiters know quite a good amount about that. So, blowing up my phone, but that is fair. Okay, since we are not experts, no recruiter's an expert in the job they're recruiting for. We use cues to hire people. Okay, I don't need to go more. Less is more, Link. This is more. So, on the next slide, I will show you how recruiters get and use keywords. So there we go, which is going to be boom. Okay. How recruiters recruit. I want to do something funny there, but I don't know. How recruiters do what we do. How recruiters recruit. All right. So, how a recruiter works, how a recruiter does. I just feel like it's kind of necessary to know how your resume is being processed because there's such a big gap on knowledge bases. Like people don't I mean, especially the ATS screening people out stuff. Like that's the most common friggin' myth I've heard, and it's not really correct. And I think the funny part is even if it was correct, even if it was true, the way to get past it would be doing what I've been telling people to do anyway, so it's largely irrelevant. I just think it's a better barometer. I think barometer is the right word. Of no, barometer is like for the C. It is how someone is actually good at their job of helping people get jobs. Yeah, I actually have attacking ants. Oh my gosh. You're also showing up bright red on my screen, attacking ants. So that is very aggro, which I think is hilarious. Let me just give you the link. You can put it in, and yeah, I'll do your resume. Let's see. Resume review link right here. Because none of the others have showed yet. It's really a first come, first serve. So click that, fill it out. I will help you after the commercial break, which I cannot stop. So in about 2.5 minutes, we have one, unfortunately. Ooh, no leg commercial. But yeah, fill that out, and afterwards I'll help you out. Step 1. Recruiter meets with a hiring manager. Step 2. Recruiter goes over boring but important details such as pay, location, and other stuff. Step 3. Recruiter gets the hiring manager. How do I describe that? Gets phrases to boring and skills the job requires. Recruiter gets phrases to look for. Well, the recruiter will then go over certain phrases with the hiring manager that would indicate someone is skilled or has a needed skill in the job. Step 4, they post the job, and any candidate who has the skills or phrases that the HM, which is a hiring manager, HM, there we go. All right, phrases that the hiring manager wants gets an interview. All right, so then we can do, that is what a keyword is. So keywords are bleep. Da 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 da. That is what a keyword is. Interview. So let's do, the next slide shows how you need to find the job family before finding the keyword for the job. The next slide shows. The next slide is why you need. That's the keywords. That's literally it. Those are the keywords. Those are keywords. Some companies keywords, aka the qualifications of the job. Okay, that makes sense, everybody, right? This is clear. It's cut. Obviously, there's like a 1,000 other steps to be clear, but that should be good. All right, so then step one, it could be timer. Recruiter goes over importance such as pay, location, and skills. You know what? I think I want to add something. Hey, someone. Qualifications the job requires. As the recruiter, after getting the qualifications, the recruiter will ask the hiring manager words or phrases that would indicate someone has the skills they are looking for. They are looking for that would indicate they are qualified. They post the job, so skills or phrases, once gets an interview. Those are the keywords. Those are keywords. Is this too broad? It's too basic. Don't know, but I am liking where this is going at least. Longer and more accurate. Social media, graphic design, reproduction. Brain, what? Right. Go up. Ants. Ants was the one we're doing right now. Did it not show? Ants, where? Ants, where is your thing? Where is your resume, Ants? Alright, I think those are good. Oh, wow, these are older ones. Alright, there we go. Is it loaded yet? Alright. Alright, we are back. Attacking ants. I don't see it yet. Let me know once you submit it, and I'll review your resume. Unless I'm missing. In the meantime, Rubber Ducks, you are still eating dinner, so when you come back, I will do yours. All right. Those are the keywords. It's like I know the response to that previous statement is going to be anger because people are going to be every single time they sort of have the same like, well then why are you recruiting for the position? It's like that's not how recruiting works. But hey, regular dude, see your resume. There it is. Got it. All right, give me 1 second. I am uploading it. Not uploading it, just moving it into the right folder so that I could delete it afterwards and make sure that there's no doxing information. So give me a second and I will get this stuff up. Regular dude. Let's see, did this parse correctly? Okay, good. Doesn't seem like there is any issues. So I am going to do this right now. Okay. Cool. All right, putting it up. So put that over there, put that over there. Let's get the jobs. Let's do the writing resume. I'm talking too much. Okay. So you are a regular dude who is a CPA. You are looking for, all right, so hybrid or remote in around California. Yeah. So, first off, before I even review your resume, before I do anything else, I'm going to tell you a couple of things. You left in about October 2021-ish. I believe, if I'm remembering right, the accounting market was not very good back then. Was that correct in about your assessment as a senior audit associate? Is that it wasn't the best market? That is what I'm going to assume based on that. It was a while ago, and object permanence is a skill I don't possess. So I might be wrong, but I believe it was kind of a tough market for CPAs back then. Maybe it was not the best. Okay. So you are incorrect about now not being the best. It is actually a very good market for specific accounting positions. At least it was the last couple of months. It could have changed because I haven't touched accounting in about a month and a half or two, and it could have flipped pretty suddenly, but it's actually pretty solid. After I go through with this, honestly, I may want you to talk with me maybe tomorrow or Friday. Um, See if I could place you somewhere. I don't have any accounting clients, but I could maybe get one if we pump up the resume. Not a guarantee, but let's see what it is first before I make any promises. So, you are looking for financial analyst. You are looking for internal auditors. Or internal auditor, or let's do accountants, or auditor, or assurance. Assurance might pick up too many things. Assurance really might pick up too many things. I'll keep this here and I can always take it out. And we are going to look for senior, or I don't want to just say senior. I also kind of want to say lead, or what are other good words? So this is going to be a weird one. I want to do 2. Perfect. Okay. I'm currently doing regular dudes attacking ant. That regular dudes are attacking ants. After I do regular dude's resume, I am going to go for yours. So, how do they call these? Hold on. 2, let's see, associate level. Like, they have, like, level 2, and I don't know how that parses, but I want to put it in. Because sometimes people have, like, there it is. So, in this, what is this coded as? Because I'm assuming it's not 2 L's, but I don't know. Or 2. Or 3. Okay, yeah. I just don't know how the computer does its thing with that. So, what area generalized of California are you at? Because that is also going to make a difference. You don't have to give me this city, just around it is the question. because California is big, and if you're north, south, west, or east, it's going to really matter. So, although it looks like this is a good Boolean search. LA? Okay, cool. That's actually where I'm based, so that works. And I know LA is pretty big. So, check out this Boolean search. Just copy paste it exactly into here. Put LA. Are these the positions that you are looking for? It looks like yes, but I want to make sure. And regular dude, senior hire just started. Planning to submit 100 or so. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So first off, save that little thing. That is going to be your Boolean search. I don't know if accountants use those. I think they do, but not in that manner. Anyway. So I am going to take this page, put it over here real quick as I get the skills. All right. Now, is this too low? I'm assuming since you're wanting senior, you're looking more than that, but I don't quite know your exact salary you're looking for, but we'll figure it out later. So, all right, over here. Why did I do that? I have the thing on the other page. Okay. I need my third monitor. I need it to work. Real estate, infrastructure, preferred. Nope, don't need that. Highly analytical and detail oriented. Deadline. Yeah, I know that one. Everyone does. So deadline, fast-paced environments. I don't even know what's a non-fast-paced environment because every job says fast-paced environment. Like, I even tell managers I'm not really a huge fan of that because no one says we need you to work in a great slow-paced environment. Sometimes I guess they say if it's very slow, but it's very rare. But almost every job asks for deadline, fast-paced, multitask, which means it's largely irrelevant because those are not things people usually put in their resumes. I know how to put them. If I am remote, I'm flexible around 90 and plus over, hybrid 100K. Okay, that seems about accurate. Independently, common sense. Bad job description. Sim group. Solve practical problems, ability to reanalyze complex agreements. Okay, so far the only thing he's really got is couple. So, oh, and independently. That's what it's going to be. Independently. And I will show this afterwards. I just want to finish with this. So, senior accountant. All right. Oh, I hate this. I hate this job description. There it is. All right. Bachelor's degree in accounting. Public accounting experience is a plus. CPA, knowledge of all U.S. GAAP accounting standards. Everyone does the GAAP. MS, yep, there it is. MS Office and Excel, the lookup, pivot tables, Sage Interact or Velocity is nice. I'm assuming that's the tool they use. Proactive, team player. Okay, that's fine. All right, Alhambra. This can be very far from LA. Where art thou? Where art thou? Okay, bachelor degree in accounting. Big picture, individual independently. Yeah, these are basically all the same. Fast paced. They always say that. See, they always say independent and fast paced. Independent and fast paced. It's weird to me because like nobody would say we need you to be completely dependent. I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan of that in the job description. It makes no. You wouldn't say the opposite of it. I guess the inverse, not the opposite. See, 5 years of accounting, a reconciliation of balance sheet. Oh, this one is probably needed. Public accounting, CPA. Okay, so I'm think I'm gonna look at this one real quick, but I think I've already got what this is. Actively participate in exit meetings, draft audit reports, audit issues. So, okay. Papers. Okay, so easy to read for the later. Okay, so now that I've finished just jabbering about random stuff for about whatever minutes, if you're still here, which I hope you are, these are the skills that I've found. basically, these are the keywords that the recruiters are going to be looking for. So they're going to look for something. This is going to be sort of specific to the actual company, but they're probably going to be looking for, like, if it's CPA, if they're going to be doing, like, basically whatever industry they're in. So this is going to be the industry. For the one I found, it was cost or property accounting, but that's going to be different depending on which one. Next is a strong understanding of basic GAAP accounting principles. The issue I find with a lot of accountants is they don't put what those GAAP principles are, because to you, that is basic. It is as basic to me as putting in a Boolean search. You understand what those are. I would hope so, but recruiters don't. We don't know what those are. I don't know. I have recruited, like, if you ask most recruiters what a GAAP accounting principle is, they would not understand it. If you ask me what a GAAP accounting principle is, I would tell you I don't know. But I guarantee you they're going to be coded into that word GAAP. So that is actually important. That is the actual word and phrasing we need to use for that. GAAP. So this is just going to be industry, which is, again, going to be very different depending on which position. These are in all of them, if you've noticed. Managers love these. Recruiters hate these. Headline, fast-paced, environment, multitask, independent. We want to show those as well. MS Office and Excel, along with VLOOKUP and pivot tables. I'm going to assume you know how to do that, correct, regular dude? And I'm going to say I believe you were going to do that. Most accountants know that. I'm going to see if it's in your resume, which we're about to look at. All right, and then assist with drafting of draft. I didn't see a lot of these, but they did want to show that you were assisting the company and how you were assisting the company, such as with audit reports and you explaining your expertise to people like me who have trouble adding 1+1, which I think equals 11. So those are what we're going to be looking for. So first thing I'm going to look at is GAAP. Do not see it. Second thing is Excel. Not once there. Maybe there's pivot tables. Nope. Let's say Microsoft. Nope, not one. Audit? There were 4 audits, but technically only 2. Well, audit senior associate is fine. If it's in your title name, it's probably going to be assumed that it's going to be there. And then balance sheets. Let's just look at, that was an otter one, but balance, but no sheets. So let's look at stakeholders. Nope, nothing with stakeholders. They love stakeholders. Explaining anything? No. So what you do have is supervised and mentored teams of 1 and 3 associates, guiding them in their responsibilities, performance milestones, streaming, communication, engagement. So I actually like this, but it's this is actually really a solid bullet. Don't hold this on your own. I'm just doing it so it's easier for people to see. So, but streamlining and communication of engagement status to senior managers and clients is actually something that they are going to be looking for. Manage a full cycle SOX 404 assignments. I don't know what those are. Executed planning or risk analysis to signify accounts. I don't know what those are. Ran walkthroughs and testing. Again. Okay. So, after I've said what I've said, and now I've said this, I'm going to ask you, because this is supposed to be a learning experience, do you kind of see where the issue is right now? If not, I will obviously tell you, but I just think it's important for learning to at least have a hand at guessing rather than just me the answer. So yeah, that is... I'm going to give you a couple of seconds, unless I missed it real quick, but yeah, there's... I can understand why you were not getting callbacks from this. Yeah, so those are the only things that matter. Now, some of those are going to differ from job to job, because a job family is going to be a little bit different, but those are what people like me are looking for. Hopefully they have done their hair and didn't lose their hair tie. But they are looking for. The fact that I don't see any of that means that they're not going to think you're a fit for the position. Despite as which that you probably really are. And the fact that you stated you've got about 5 recruiters maybe calling you back, is insane. Those are good recruiters. They're going to try to place you. I will be honest. I would like to try to place you. I know in LA the accounting market is very solid. I am rusty at it, getting clients, but I'm going to give you my LinkedIn. I'd like you to add me and set up a time later this week after you fixed your resume, and I can maybe start shopping you around to people. If you want. If not, no worries. Take the advice for free. But I do know that accountants are making bank. Now, I don't know if there's going to be how it's going to be. So I'm going to teach you how to do it, and I'm going to do a little bit more of an in-depth one while you fix it. But the Brad is right. The way you need to do it is your very first bullet under each position needs to be a generalized summary of your duties that even I could understand. Okay? Remember, object permanence is a myth. I don't know what it is. When I close my eyes, the world disappears. So, actually, my girlfriend makes fun of me for that all the time. I misplace everything. And supervised and mentored good teams of 1 to 3 associates, guiding them in their responsibilities, setting performance milestones, and streamlining communications of engagement status to the senior management and clients. So that is a good bullet if you were going into management. I think that is a very solid lead bullet, but I don't know if that's very good if you were the one doing it yourself. I do think streamlining communications of engagement status to senior management and clients is solid, but we could probably do a little better. So, let me do all this. Okay, that on the other side. Where do I go? All right, is this gonna work? Is this actually gonna work? Where's my contact info? There it is. Copy, copy, copy. So yeah, here, the link is large. Here's my LinkedIn, and here's what I want to see in this. The very first bullet, I like the supervised and management, but we need to change it a little bit. So I want to say, at Big Four, whatever the company name is, I mentored. You can say again, never trust my spelling. I am crazy dyslexic. So I think supervise and mentor is fine, but we need to be more specific with their skills. So we want to say mentored 1 to 3 associates in keyword. This is where that's going to be keyword, right? In. We need to show what you mentored them in. Because it doesn't matter that you mentored them. What if you mentored them in writing an email, right? We need to know what you mentored them in. Then, I do like streamlining communication, but I want to make that a little bit different. So I would say communicated complex gap principles to senior management and clients. And then maybe a third one, but honestly, this is already a bit better one. Again, don't let me lie for you. If that is incorrect, you will need to tell me. But that is how I want to do that sentence. Okay? So it's going to be at Big Blah. I mentored and supervised 1 to 3 associates in gap principles such as, because that shows that you know what gap is and you're so good you can teach them. That is key. So gap principles such as blah 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 blah, while communicating complex. We can do 3 of this. So such as blank and blank, communicated complex principles to senior management and clients, while, and then we're going to put the actual, like, whatever the heck some of this other stuff is. This is going to be industry more specific, depending on which one. Well, brain did not work. Brain has stopped. Well, properly accounting, gap principles, while meeting deadlines in a fast-paced environment. Something like that, right? That is a much better opening sentence. And yeah, it's a big sentence, but that's fine. Not like fast paced. I want to do something if you actually did in the accounting. And then the rest of the bullets need to be keywords, right? Audit is good, but risk analysis can be good. But I want to make sure it's in these, right? So are they going to be here? I don't know. Let's see. APR. 4 years to construction accounting, knowledge of standing accounting procedures, company policies. Yeah, so we're gonna put some of those in. So I know that was a lot. Does that make sense, regular guy? Dude, regular dude. One day I will get names right. Hopefully one day I'll get names right. Yeah, this seems internal audits. Yeah, probably want some audits, some of the tools. Does that make sense? I hope it does. That's about all I can give on this one, but I actually think there may be a case of also we should just leave out, we could just career break. You don't need to say what it was. If you do a career break, just do till to 2024 or whatever. So that's what we can do. In addition, you got your CPA. So that one we may have to work on a little bit. I want a little bit more about this. So, but we could just say to obtain my CPA licensure. Correct. The first one needs to be a summary, right? This is a very strong summary. Are you in a tent? No. I am in the guest room. So that is why. So yeah, something like that. First bullet needs to be a summary so that they know, hey, this regular dude is the regular dude we're looking for, because you are a audit senior associate, right? What if they're looking for a senior cost accountant or a senior accountant? They're like, well, that's not a senior accountant. So they may not know. You need to show that you can do that. And then this one also needs to do it as well. And then that is how that's going to be. But yeah, add me on LinkedIn if you want. That should be solid. Come back. If you don't want to have me represent you, that is A-okay. That's fine. Just come back whenever, and we'll redo the rest of the work, the resume then. But I think that is enough for now. So, but no, I'm not in a tent. Pokey! I like pokey. That's fun. Also, why does everybody keep joining right before a stinking commercial break? If there was a way for me to put premiums so that nobody had commercials, I would love that. All right, Ant, you are next if you are still in the chat. So, let me fix this. Where did it go? Attacking ants. All right. Go here. Cannot see chat while I am actually doing this because it just brain no work and I need to get my third monitor up. Ants. All right. Let me look at what yours is. Okay. So, in California, storyboard, haven't done it. Okay, cool. All right. So, let's do that. All right, perfect. So, we are having commercial in like 2 minutes, but I will still do yours a little bit before and a little bit after. And let me move this over here. Yeah. So, Bachelor Fine Arts, you are, okay, solid, designer for camera, okay, so, hey, naturally, Jake, okay, we're gonna do attacking ants first after the break, and then I can get to yours. We are having a lot of people. I will do my best to get to them all in this stream, so just stay here, and I'll help, and hopefully you can learn some in the meantime. Attacking ants, I do know that you took out your contact information. That is good. You do not want to show that in a stream full of people. I want to make sure you have that correct on your actual resume, because sometimes people forget that, and I want to make sure you didn't. So just make sure on your actual resume you have phone number, and then you're going to use this, and then it's going to be email, and then it's going to be specifically for artists. You need a portfolio link. This is a port. What did I spell that as? Portfolio? Whatever. Portfolio. You know what it is. So you're going to need one of those. And now let's look at what you are looking for. All right. Storyboard, let's do this. So, all right. Storyboard or animator or concept art. Probably just a couple first. Yeah, okay, cool. Good. It has happened before, and honestly, the amount of times I found a great candidate that has no contact information or their phone number goes to voicemail and they voicemail is full is not a lot, but more than I can count on these two fingers. So, concept, what is it? Concept artist? Concept artist. Uh, or mural, I don't know, or illustrator. I did not spell illustrator correctly. All right. And I am assuming you are going to be in LA ish because that's where most of this stuff is. Um, all right. So let's look at what is posted in the last week. Not a lot. Um, so oh, these are not great. Let's find more. Let's see. Storyboard, animator, concept artist, or mural or illustrator. Artist, animator. We're around Orange County. Would be good. Okay, Orange County. Okay, so we're gonna need. Let me try this then. And jobs, because we are gonna need more than just this. That is not a lot. You want to apply for about 75 a week, and that's not a ton. So the first thing I think we may need to do is find more jobs to apply to and other, you know, things, because this is not a lot. Oh, you're also waiting through an ad? Mm. All right, let's do. We need more ants. So, what do we do for more ants? Okay, so my biggest problem right now, before we even do the resume, is there's not a lot of these positions in the first place. We need to know more positions, right? Because these are all unpaid and that's not good. We want to make sure you can live. So I'm going to need some other job titles that you have applied to or would like to apply to, besides just storyboard artist, animator, concept, mural, and illustrator. Because there's not enough. Um, there's quite frankly not enough, and we need more. So I'm gonna have to have you to dig deeper to try to find something. Maybe this'll work more. Because yeah, this is not enough. We need more. Printmaker and screen printing. Okay, got it. That's more. Good. Or print print ma- print maker. Okay. Uh, or uh, Let's do screen printing. All right, let's see if this actually gets us more because that is what we're going to need. It doesn't look like I messed up that. So let's see what this is. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more. Not quite enough. All right, let's try instead then storyboard. Uh, I don't know how much they would be. Because, like, we're not getting anything here. That's kind of the issue, right? Like, if we searched anytime, it's much better. But it looks like the only thing that's doing it in the area is Lizard, who's made World of Warcraft. So, that's not great. We need some other stuff. Animator, designer, ads. So we're going to need to dig deep while we do this, but I think your bigger issue besides the resume right now is going to be finding the positions in the first place. So let's look at 3D Artist General. Must sit in PST. That's fine. Years of Houdini. We want Maya. And we also want Blender 3D. All right. So let's see. What we're looking for right now is Maya. No. Blender. No. And 3D. Okay. So that one's not going to work, I take it, right? Because this is painting and animation. Concept art. Commissions. Okay. So yeah, a big issue is going to be finding the jobs in the first place. So instead, do you know how to use Maya or Blender? And it's not in the resume. I just want to make sure that it's there or not. Let's see. Okay. So in that case, we're gonna try to look for something else. Okay. So we're gonna probably want to put those up front. That is gonna be the biggest thing. Also, this is a lot. Okay. So for artists, I want you to use a specific type of resume, and it's going to be a little bit of a different one than this. I think it may help. Resume templates, template tracker. I use a lot of templates. As a dyslexic, I need them. So, this is the normal type of resume. All right. We're going to do something like this. So, for this, I don't think lead, but let's try designer. Maybe designer would work. Designer. Okay. I mean, I'll show you how this works in a second. I just want to make sure. And artist. Let's try this one. Designer. All right. Thumbnail artist. Okay. Let's. Scammer payback? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. What is this? The scam baiting creator on YouTube. Huh. That's interesting. But anyway, let's just do artist right now. Get some more. Because we are not getting like anything. Because this is the first thing is we need to find what these requirements are, but I'm not finding enough jobs, right? That's the biggest problem. Like there's an unpaid volunteer position, but I want to get you paid, man. So, Illustrator. All right, we're probably going to have to do remote, which is going to be pretty tough. So, instead, let's do this. All right, we're doing this. Going back here, and we're just going to look for the United States. When you search remote jobs, make sure to do it for the entirety of the United States. So, remote. 144. All right. 3D designer. 100 applicants. All right. So, I will say this. And I don't like leaving people without help, but I think the first thing we need to do before we even do the resume is you're going to need to find jobs that you are qualified for. And I want you to come back on Thursday because I could go with this and back and forth, but I think you're going to need to do some homework. I want to see at least like 100 jobs, right? I want you to be able to physically apply to 75 jobs a week. So I want you to come back with the terms, words, whatever you use to get those positions. And I want them to be within the last date posted last week. You can do this on Indeed as well. You can do this on LinkedIn. You can do this on Monster. But before we do anything, we absolutely need to find these positions. Because, look, there's volunteer, 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 and a bunch of these are unpaid. So I want to help you, and I will, but I'm going to need you to do some homework because before anything else, that is your first thing. Does that make sense? Okay. So yeah, come back Thursday, do your homework, find enough positions that were posted within a week. They can all be very different, but I need you to make sure that they are what you're looking for because this is not enough. Even if you had the best resume in the world, this is not enough. So we need more. Volume is important. So naturally, Jake, are you here? Um, you will be the next person I will help. Uh, Perfect. Okay, so give me a second. I had found some on ZipRecruiter. Yeah, that's fine. ZipRecruiter's fine. I'm gonna need you to basically send me those links of the search string you use to find them because I need volume. Uh, if you only find like 10 jobs, it's not enough of a volume. Because you are aggregating this based on a job family and you need a lot of data for that. So ZipRecruiter, Indeed, LinkedIn, wherever the heck you find them, it doesn't matter, right? As long as you can physically apply and it's not a scam, get me that list, and then I can help you with the resume. Excuse me. But that is going to be the first thing. All right. And I'm not going to delete that resume because we're going to go back to it. Uh, let's see. Naturally, Jake. Oh, nope, wrong button. What did I do? All right. So cannot see chat while I'm doing this. Uh, you can post them in the Twitch chat. That is fine. Once you find them, the link should work. Remember, so you can just like it's gonna look like this, right? It's gonna be a giant link. You can message me, let me know you have it, copy that, and it'll take you to what it does. But I need the link not just to a singular job, but to a search string or multiple search strings that would show more than that job. So don't just send me the job. I need to send where you found those jobs and what you used to find them so that I could get enough. So, but you can do it on Twitch. You can message me on Reddit, whatever. Um, so I'm not really picky how I get the information as long as I get the information. Okay. I hope that is going to help at least. So, let's see this. You are uh that's an interesting town name. Okay. Hybrid, remote, 4 to 7, application, software, full stack, backend, front end. Okay, that is a lot. Um, Also, doesn't look like there's any information that would not work. So, all right. There we go. All right. So, first thing you are looking for is software backend in Granbury, Pennsylvania. What is that right? Yeah. Uh, that seems like a fake name in a movie that the main character goes like, "Well, It's time for me to go to Cranberry, Pennsylvania to relive my life. So, okay, we're not looking for those. I hope. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I mean, look, I live in LA. If you can get a house anywhere, you get a house. Like, that's housing prices are crazy. All right, so you are a software engineer, developer, full stack, front end, back end. Okay. So the first thing is full stack, back end, and front end are going to be different jobs. I would recommend we search for primarily back end slash full stack. And you might potentially, before you even look at your resume, want two resumes that are slightly tweaked, one for back end, one for full stack, because they're going to be different ones. I would not recommend front end yet. It's front end is it's the it's the redheaded stepchild of the IT world sometimes. So, and I can say that because I am a redhead and I am a stepchild. So, uh, let's look for software developer or full stack or back end or software engineer. I know technically software developer and software engineer are different, but no company considers them that. So put them both. So what was it doing? Resume template. Two different types of resumes. Lee, your brain needs to work. You are on camera. There it is. All right. Okay. Right. Oh, because this says remote. That's why. Reset. All right. That's actually not a lot. All right. So I will say the IT market for remote is pretty brutal. So I'm going to base this based on site because IT market for remote is brutal right now. You've got so many people from San Fran and all these tech companies are laying off because they're doing stuff and so your best bet would probably be to be on site or near on site, like hybrid. Remote, if you are searching remote, what you want to do is don't type in where you're at, put in United States, and then put remote because it will give you a very different search result. So, first off, let me look at what's in your area. We want Kafka, AWS. Yeah, that's what I expected. I'm going to make a guess that it's going to be Kafka, AWS. So it's going to be AWS or Azure. So we're just going to say cloud, right? It's going to be a primary language and maybe a library or two. That is what it's going to be. This is so principal software. I don't know. Let's see. REST APIs are pretty popular now. Moral Node.js. That is what I'm going to expect. So Node.js, Family Elasticsearch, Cloud, HTML, JavaScript. Yep, there it is. RESTful APIs. Okay, so I looked at two, and I know that's not a lot, but you can do this on your own. I'm going to guess it's going to be cloud of some sort. And we're going to put JavaScript, CSS, HTML. But what? You use them together. Yes, I'm aware. I am aware that if somebody knows JavaScript, they probably know these equally well. Doesn't matter, you still need them. It's the equivalent of putting Excel in your resume, even though you're an accountant. Everybody always puts that there. RESTful. Oh, API. That was it. I knew I forgot one. So RESTful API. Maybe React. I've seen React a lot lately. Let's see. Senior platform. BS, Cloud, Kubernetes. Yeah, so it's going to be your language. Kubernetes, AWS. Lead software developer. All right, let's look at what you actually have, because this is going to determine what it is. So, technical support engineer. Okay, that's fine. You've got your IT degree in 2020-ish. March, November. Assigned support engineers. Okay. Side of a C sharp. There it is. Developed a C sharp console application to automate job scheduling by monitoring folder paths to process efficiently. That is too wordy. All right, there is TypeScript. Legacy. All right. So this is. Let's first look through C sharp, see if we find one for there, because that looks to be where your skill set is. Come on, computer, do the thing, do the thing that I want you to do. Cranberry Township. All right, and instead we're just gonna do C sharp. Capitalization is the capitalization going to matter for that? There we go. Much better. All right. I don't need to cipher anything else be language. All right, so you have C sharp. Let's say you also had, which one did you have? ASP.NET TypeScript. Let's do TypeScript. And type. Could you send me the link or template for the art resume thing? What template? Oh, this one? This thing right here? This, you can all see it. That one? Okay, cool. I don't have a link with it yet. But I will tell you how this one works, because there are. Let me get the other one up. I'm gonna do a quick segue into something else real quick. This is resume template 2. So let me get 1. All right. So when you're building a resume, there are 2 templates to use, and they are very different templates. Now, I want you all to pay attention, and I want you to read the words that are coming out of my lips, because this is very, very important. Never combine them. They work amazing when they are separated. If you combine template 1 with template 2, you will have a terrible resume. You need to pick a direction and do it. Because if you combine them, it's going to be bad. It's just going to be crap. So never combine them. This is a resume that you are probably used to, right? First name, last name, education, then 1 line for your education, then your work history, which is going to be your job title, your company, how long you were there for. The first one is a summary sentence, then it's keyword or hero bullet, keyword or hero bullet, keyword or hero bullet, and then it's going to be the tools you've used, right? And then you're going to continue doing that. That is resume number 1. That works very well for people that are new graduates, have about 5 years of experience, or have a very easy to follow career path, like they've worked at one company for 4 years and then another company for 5 years. Pretty easy way to do it. The other format, which I think is probably going to be better for artists or people whose work history is scattered, or people that are have 20 years, is you want to do this. This starts the same. Also, if you're a U.S. citizen, you should put U.S. citizen. People discriminate, and you want to make sure you get past that if you can. Then you are going to do a quick summary of some of your skills, which I'll go back to in a second. But you need to find the skills the job family you have use. So for the computer one, we just looked that it's going to be C sharp, it's going to be cloud, and it's going to be something else that I forgot. So you were going to title this, let's say, cloud experience. And then over here on this side, you're going to be how many years experience you have. So 5 years for this, okay? Then you're going to write down bullets that you show how you use that, when you use that, and some other stuff. And you're going to do that for about 3 to 4 skills, and then you put your combined total experience under each of those. So you have 4 years of cloud. That's how many you've done. You've done a C#, 3 years there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put the title of your job, the company, the state, and the date you started and left, and do not write anything else under it. All right? So it's just going to look like this. Those are the two formats you use. Never combine them or it will screw you over. So I want everybody to know that. They're both good. They are both good at not touching each other because they will fight and mess you up. So that is how you're going to do this. And this one's a little harder to make because you actually have to identify the skills. But identify the skills, put how many years of experience you have in those skills, do that 3 to 5 times, and then put your work experience with nothing else. No summary sentences, no nothing. Template number 1, then you put the summary sentence, then you do the keywords with the bunch of the stuff in, then you do the keywords, and then you do the tools. Does that make sense, everybody? I hope it does. Because those are very different formats. And I'm going to make them available, but I need a guide to show what it is first, so people understand it. Because I hope that made sense. It's very, very difficult for me to tell if people understand it because there is no feedback. So let me know if you are confused. This is a learning channel. So Lee's Learning Channel, which, oh my god, that would have been an amazing name. Would have been a great name. But regardless, I'm gonna take a quick break. I need to use the restroom. This will probably be the final break before the stream is over, so I'm gonna go back, finish working on Naturally Jake's resume, despite me taking a long-winded detour, and we'll fix that up. But I need to use the restroom, and I will be back shortly. So it works because we had an ad in like a minute anyway. So I will be right back. Is it? And I am back. All right. There we go. Back. I didn't get any responses if that made sense or not yet, but I hope it did. Um, so let me go back to this. So we're going to look for C#, .NET, actually, and type and .NET. Can we actually find some jobs with all three? Too much. But C, and well, you know what? Let me do this. So, C sharp, and let's do .NET or TypeScript. Alrighty. There we go. Everybody is quiet in chat. I don't know what is happening. There we go. This is probably going to be better because this is your experience naturally, Jake. Is you should probably just look by C# and .NET or TypeScript. Yeah, looks like CNET and .NET, full stack developer. We are going to be doing entry level to associate, but it looks like there's a solid amount. So I would use this as a springboard for your search. So software engineer. Yep, C#. Okay, so it looks like that is what we are going to be looking for. So develop the C. Yeah, you may want to change some of them, but that's at least a starting point. Develop the C# console application to automate job scheduling. So this is too technical. Quite frankly, I don't want to. It's too much right now because this doesn't mean anything unless you know IT, and sometimes recruiters don't, especially if it's an off IT role, like a company just needs one or two IT people and they're not a tech company. But I would say developed is fine. So developed, I think it starts off fine. Developed a C# console to automate job scheduling. Right? But then you lose me because no one's talking about folder paths or custom query systems or deadlocks and stuff like that. We want to say automated job scheduling using X and Y, which resulted in reducing manual effort by 30%. I don't even like that. Reducing, what is manual effort? Like, how did it improve the process? In addition, I don't like that for a first sentence. Is this what all you did there? Remember, the first one is a summary. Is that all you did was the C# one? Is a question. I don't know if it is or not. But no, I just learned about. Okay, cool. So that's understandable. I'm teaching it, so I know you would not have known that. I think this is a very good secondary sentence, but we do need a summary. And I would do something like, was the company's full stack, back end, whatever it was you were. Uh, and I want to know more about what you did. I have told IT people this, and I think this is a very good way to think of it. For your summary sentence, I want you to think of a relative or a neighbor, somebody you know that you have told them, I'm a software developer. And they say, oh, can you help me with my computer? And then grudgingly, you're like, fine, whatever. And you go there, and their monitor was not plugged in. That is the level I need you to write that summary sentence for. I need you to write that summary sentence so that person that does not know you need to plug in your monitor can understand what you do. Okay? That one is going to be tough. I know that is a lot of people struggle with that one, but that is what we are going to need you to do. So that is what the summary sentence is going to be. The other ones are just going to be keywords and everything else like that. Which honestly, I kind of like some of your bullets. Yeah, I think these are too wordy a little bit because they may miss them, but overall, these are pretty solid, right? I actually don't have a problem with a lot of this. I don't know why this always messes up the formatting. All right, so these are the 3 bullets you currently have. scheduling. See, this is too much. I like the brag, but it's too wordy. I don't also like successfully implemented. Just say implemented. You don't have to say it's weird that you have to qualify successfully. It's like someone saying, "I'm smart. I swear I'm smart." And you went, I wasn't expecting you not to be, but now that you qualified it with that, I'm a little sus. So just use implemented. Just say what you did. In fact, I actually am going to add that to my list of no words, which I need a better way of saying that because it makes me sound like a toddler. So, and that is not what I want to do. But yeah, implemented. All right, good word. Implemented. Implemented. Bad word. Successfully. It's implied. Okay. That's good. That's over there. Boo, boo, boo. All right. Design a normalized data schema. All right, I like this one because this one gets C# and it gets Angular. And I do know Angular is something they look for, but I want you to write a sentence that shows that you've used C#, TypeScript, and ASP in the same one, along with maybe .NET, because that's what it looks like the majority of the jobs are, right? It's .NET or TypeScript. So if you can show that you've used them, I think that is going to be very helpful up front. Because right now, the way it works is I see C#, very good. I see nothing that is a keyword because my mind blanks because I don't understand it. I might miss Angular. I might miss TypeScript. I do see ASP.NET and I see API, but it's kind of hidden. And then design and normally using, I just see C#, Angular, but I don't see anything here. And I just see .NET here. So they're a little wordy. And I don't think the skills that you want to show are up front. Because if you look at this, let's look at here. I want to see full stack. I want to see API. I don't want to have to dig for it. If it was agile environment, use it. If you have any type of cloud, put it up. I think primarily that is going to be your biggest issue, is maybe not the cloud experience, but this is what you're going to want to be doing. I want to see full stack. If you're doing full stack, I just spell it out for them, okay? Does that make sense? Because that is what we're going to have to do. Because the only thing I see is like, they barely pop out. I want them to pop out. I want your sentence to look like, developed a C# application using X, Y, and Z, which resulted in reducing our time spent on X by 30%, which helped us out. And then, yeah, I know, I know, and I'm not against the star method. I just think usually a better method is used X to Y, which resulted in Z. That's usually a better way to write it in my mind. Because people get misinformation on what a resume is. People think it's a marketing device. People try to stand out from the crowd. They imagine recruiters are like a pop star on stage, and you just have to show up, and if you show them how much you care and love, they'll let you in. But it's really just a person at the DMV stamping approve, disapprove. And they don't care how much you show. They just need to say, is the data correct? Can I find it in 15 seconds? If yes, interview. If no, decline. Don't put us on a pedestal. Most people put recruiters on a pedestal. They assume we are some horrifying demonic figure gatekeeping everybody, or some divine angel that finally got them the thing. And it's just people at the DMV. It's just stamp, stamp, the stamp, stamp. The most of the recruiting is very boring paperwork. So if you do that, I think it'll be very helpsful. You will probably have to find your strongest suits and maybe look for them in the search, but it does look like there is a solid amount of C# at least. You may want, in addition, I would recommend, once you get the formula right, you probably want to switch around a couple of things and make a full stack resume and a C# resume, or whatever else you've got the most experience in, so that if you see a full stack, you can put it in for full stack. If you see a C#, you put it in for a software engineer, because they're going to be looking for different databases and libraries most likely. So, but I would not create a generalized full stack backend and C resume. It's too much. You're going to have to pick a lane and then maybe make two. And again, they don't have to be very different. I don't want you to think you have to rewrite everything. It's usually just where those keywords are, because the keywords for full stack is going to be different from a keywords for C#. So, we've got about 20 minutes left. I am starving. Does anybody have any other questions before I head out? I think that's everything. I don't, I think I helped as many people as I can. Hopefully that is good. Does anybody have anything else before I head out? It does make it look like I'm in a tent. So, yeah, no worries, Rubber Ducks. Do you share your notes? I post these. So I will post this probably tomorrow or Thursday on my YouTube channel. I have two. I have one for VODs, so that you can just... that's some of the past stuff. I haven't done it in a little bit because I'm lazy, but I will make a note to do it tomorrow. So, let's see, post VODs. So you can find it in, and this is about the 1 hour and 20-minute mark. So, but yeah, no worries, Rubber Ducks. Yeah, I will go get yours on Thursday. So, but does anybody have anything else? I want to make sure I help people, and I'm gonna get a hair tie because I keep losing my hair ties. So, I understand why my father has short hair, but I don't agree with it. It's a choice. I think that's it. All right, go on once, going twice, and we're gone. All right, no worries. Naturally, Jake. If you want to help me out, get more people here. Honestly, I'll be here Thursday, same time, 3:30 PST. Anybody else you can get, and liking and commenting my posts on Reddit and LinkedIn, I appreciate it. So I will see you all Thursday, and good luck on your job search. Bye, everybody.